Hello, everyone, and welcome to Indiana Golf Magazine. I'm Brian Hammonds. Over the next few minutes, we will highlight the big tournaments held in the month of August. We'll tell you about a new YouTube channel designed to help junior golfers. And Jon Hoover wraps up his series on the short game with a way to practice in our Correct to Compete tip of the month. But we start tonight with the Indiana PGA Professional Championship, the biggest event of the year for the PGA professionals in our state, where the top four finishers qualify for the National PGA Professional Championship. And it was history-making. That's our top story, brought to you by the Chariot Automotive Group. The final round began at the Woodland Country Club with three players tied for the lead at 4 under par. Vince Drummond, Eric Steger, and Kenton Hobbs. Drummond and Steger were still tied at 5 under at the par 3/8 when Steger rolled this in for birdie to take the outright lead at 6 under par. Things got interesting on the back nine. Jamie Brose playing in the next to last group when eagle birdie at 11 and 12 to join Steger at 6 under par. Sabrina Bonanno, who began the day 4 shots back, shot 3 under on the front, added 4 more birdies on the back nine, including this one on the 18th hole to take the lead at 7 under par. Brose would birdie 16 to also get to 7 under, but would bogey 17 and 18. Drummond birdied 16 and 17 to finish 7 under. Steger also birdied 16 to get to 7 under and had a great look at birdie at 18 for the win, but just missed. So there was a 3-way playoff. Drummond was eliminated on the first playoff hole. On the third playoff hole, Steger hit his tee shot out of bounds. So all Sabrina Bonanno had to do was 2-putt and become the first woman to win the Indiana PGA Professional Championship.
There's no words to describe that, especially at a place like this. Following someone like Brittany Kelly, it means a lot to me. There's been a couple firsts for me this year, so it's been fantastic. There's just no words at all.
Sabrina joins the late Brittany Kelly as the only Indiana woman to qualify for the National PGA Professional Championship. Eric Steger and Vince Drummond tie for second. Jamie Brose won a playoff over 2-time defending champion Timothy Wiseman to become the 4th player to advance to the national championship. The men's senior amateur and super senior amateur was played at the Royal Highlands Golf Club in Knightstown. 5-time champion and defending champion Terry Werner began the final round tied for the lead at 1 under par with 2021 winner Bob Jacobs. And it was a tight battle all day. At the 17th hole, Jacobs, 2022 champion Jeff Cook, and John Fisher were all tied at 2 under par until Fisher made birdie to take a 1-shot lead to the par 5 18th at 3 under par. Jacobs almost walked it off at the last with an eagle putt from well off the green, but just missed. The birdie got him to 3 under. Cook also made birdie to make it a 3-way tie at 3 under par. And to extra holes we went. On the first playoff hole, Cook failed to get up and down from off the green. The bogey eliminated him. On the second playoff hole, the par 4 second, Fisher hit a nice chip shot and would make par. But Jacobs missed his par putt, and John Fisher is your senior amateur champion.
I knew I was going to have to play good. It didn't take long looking at this group at the start today. This course and playing, super, super hard with the greens, being the speed they're at. And also, if you're going to win, you got to have shoot 2 or 3 under, and that's what it turned out to be.
Fisher shoots a 3 under par 68 in the final round for the win. Jeff Cook also shot 68. Terry Werner shoots a pair of 70s to finish alone in 4th. In the super senior category for players 65 and older, Carmel's Mike Klein started the day with a 2-shot lead over defending champion David Moore. Moore came to the 17th with a 1-shot lead. Klein had a good look at birdie to tie, but just missed. At the 18th, Klein hit his drive into the penalty area, leading to bogey. All Moore had to do was make an easy par for back-to-back wins in the Super Senior Amateur.
My game plan was just to, just do what I do. I don't hit it as far as Mike. I don't necessarily carry my irons as high. I just wanted to keep it in play, keep it in the fairway, keep it on the green, make putts, and see what happens. And he stumbled a couple holes. I don't think either one of us played our absolute best, but he had a couple bad breaks, and I think that was probably the difference. I had a couple long putts that dropped in unexpectedly. That helps too.
Moore wins by 2 after rounds of 72 and 71. Mike Klein bogeyed 3 of his last 6 to finish 2 back. 3-time champion Jerry McMullen ends up tied for 5th, along with Mike Bell and Mark Schmidt. Our spotlight this month shines on a new YouTube channel created by Indiana junior golfers Karis and Simeon Reed. It's called Grind for Dubs, and its focus is on helping junior players get better.
I told him, Sim, if you want to have a YouTube channel, you got to do something that's going to help people. Like, you could maybe do something golf related, and Karis was like, hey, let's make videos about drills and games that people can use to get better, and we'll try to share this out with people who can afford to maybe get great instruction the way that we can. And that was really kind of the beginning of it.
The idea was mainly that we can offer a free resource to junior golfers so that it makes it so a lot of people don't know how to practice, and this gives them the resource to know how to practice. Like, there's different, like, quote-unquote playlists in our YouTube channel. There's like a putting drill, there's chipping, there's hopefully going to be some full swing strategies later in the channel.
The well-designed and easy-to-navigate site is full of helpful tips and drills performed by both Karis and Simeon.
You're going to put a marker at 3 feet, 6 feet, and 9 feet. I like to do it 8 times around the hole.
And while the channel is designed to help junior golfers, it could also be a good resource for high school coaches.
As a high school coach myself, I can tell you it's a lot of work to plan practices and to come up with new drills and to kind of keep it fresh for the guys. And so the Coaches Association is actually going to send it out to all of the coaches saying, like, this is a free resource that you can use. You can use this to kind of get ideas for practice. And I do think it's going to be a really valuable tool for high school coaches.
So check out the Grind for Dubs YouTube channel. You can also find them on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Time now for our Correct to Compete tip of the month. Jon Hoover has been helping us with our short game in these tips. Today, he gives us a way to practice what we've learned.
Right, good afternoon. This is Jon Hoover here at Broadmoor Country Club and Correct to Compete. We're going to kind of put together the pieces that we've talked about previously on the short game. In learning the short game, when practicing, I think practicing is just as important as understanding the fundamentals. We're looking at about a 4 or 5 step process. We've already talked about contact. So we've got the chalk line, we've got the rectangle, we've got the tee. So as I'm swinging through and understanding where contact takes place, process 1 is literally just hitting golf shots, little pitch shots, that we're doing nothing but contact. Forget about target. Contact is the only concern that comes to mind right now. The second piece of the puzzle is distance control. And we talked about distance control previously, length of swing and or golf club. So sand wedge versus lob wedge, or even gap wedge. So ball flight changes, distance changes, and length of swing. So we're changing length of swing, hitting shots. So we're going to take back much shorter and hit a shot, and we're going to take it back much longer. Notice each of these times contact, tee's gone, and where the bottom of the swing takes place. This one, longer backswing, we're going to hit it further. Now that we have contact and we have distance control, we're going to go to target. So everybody's got a golf towel on their bag. Take your golf towel, put it out on the green. And it could be at 10 feet, 30 feet, 50 feet. It doesn't matter. And what I want you to do is take your focus to the towel and then work on hitting a target. So as you swing, you want the golf ball to land on your towel. The last piece of the puzzle is the fun piece. And this is more of an art than it is a physical activity. Where do I place my towel based on the scenario, whether it's on the golf course, on the pitching area? Where do I place my towel so when the golf ball hits the towel, it ends up close enough to our end goal, the hole? And again, choosing golf clubs, choosing ball flights, choosing length of swing, and distance control, those are all things that are done previous to this so that I can land it on my towel and eventually get it within my 5-foot circle at the end of the day. Thank you. If you need any help on this, again, Jon Hoover, Broadmoor Country Club, Correct to Compete up the street, and have a great day. Thanks.
And here's a look at what's coming up in the month of September. Pros for Kids is September 9th at Hillview Country Club, a great event. You can go to indianagolf.org to learn how you can help. The inaugural PGA Hope Cup is September 21st at the Legends Golf Club. The IGA 4-Ball Championship is the 22nd at Brickyard Crossing, and the IHSAA Girls State Championship is the 29th and 30th at Prairie View in Carmel. So you are now up to speed with everything that happened in August in Indiana Golf. I'm Brian Hammonds. We'll see you again next month on Indiana Golf Magazine.